Welcome back to Osceola. Knotted up 3-3 between Albion and David City here in the C5 Senior Legion Area Championship. This is a baseball game, but Grant, we love golf, as every person does, or most at least. Do not forget the David City Golf Course is the only course in eastern Nebraska with an island tee box. That's right, you can test your skills on the island tee box at David City Golf Course. Call them at 402-367-4292 to schedule your tee time today.
A true test of the abilities, the accuracy. I get on that island, I might never get off, is the problem. But I'm gonna have to try it out anyways. I'm gonna want to turn down a challenge.
Keaton Henry leading off for Albion here. Had a single his last time at bat.
Henry, the big athletic player from Boone Central Newman Grove. I've seen him do a lot of good things during his athletic career as a high school athlete, but facing 2 strikes right now.
That curveball stays up for ball 1. Henry had that big single to help start the scoring in that last inning. Comes around on that one. We'll stay alive 1-2 the count. Again, for those just tuning in, Albion, controversial call the last time they're at the plate. A runner came around and scored off a throwing error, but the run was then taken off, called for interference. That was Ty Martinson, as that shot sent right up the middle by Henry for the leadoff single. So back to the point, Grant. That was a run that's taken off the board because of that call. Albion could have had a 1-run lead, but coulda, shoulda, wouldas won't get you anywhere.
I'll tell you what, I actually played college ball with a relative of Keaton Henry's, Hunter Henry, who went to Boone Central as well, so I didn't realize his younger relative was the athlete that he was, but he mentioned him back when I played with him, and he's living up to it since I've moved into the broadcasting world. He's been fun to watch.
That'll bring up Kyle Kramer currently at bat. 1-0 the count as Lance looks back Henry to first. Still no down, ball 2, 2-0.
So Albion definitely looking a lot crisper as we're here in the top of the 6th inning. Definitely getting a lot more comfortable than they were to start off this matchup. And Joe Lance, who's been pitching a solid game, has really gotten back on track after that 4th inning, but he started so strong, and it's kind of hard to tell if it's either Lance figuring, or the batter's figuring out Lance, or Lance's pitch is getting a little looser, but I'd have to say it's the batter's just getting into a nice rhythm, because Lance's pitches are still looking pretty good.
Curveball low, that'll send Kramer to first on the walk, putting Henry on second. No down, Dylan Gentrup at the plate.
Gentrup skying out over to center field last time at bat.
Currently 0 for 2, he's flown out twice. As he shows bunt. Pulls back, takes ball 1. Gentrup sits back on the curveball, sends it to center. Runners will tag, at least 1.
So Henry going to get to third base. So we have runners on first and third. He's going to hold off the advancement to second, but still good position. You got scoring position, 1 out on the board for Albion. And right now, step 1 is just winning this first game, getting yourself into that second game. If you can't get into that second game, obviously, there's no need to worry about it.
That Derek Studer showing bunt. Pulls back for a called strike. And Kramer advances to second uncontested. Almost looked like a little bit of confusion by the catcher.
Yeah, the catcher holding on to that one after the strike. Didn't know if he was going to wait for to get a call back there, but he just said didn't want to risk it, I guess.
Pitch is high. 1-1 to Studer.
Hell got out of the stance to catch that one. That would have been devastating if that thing would have went over top.
Curveball put in play. Runner's going to get in a pickle. Henry in between third and home. Slides back in safe. And the runner gets to first, so nice play by Henry.
You got to throw that one a hair sooner to get that out, or at least force that pickle a little farther. I mean, bonus is you don't have another run across the plate, but probably need to let go of that one a little bit quicker and play that pickle out a little bit farther. He was really close. He had Henry committed to the slide back into third base, so he probably just needed to release it a hair sooner.
Because of Henry playing pickle, he allowed Studer to get to first without the out. His bases are now loaded with one down and Joel Meyer at the plate. His first pitch is a strike off the bat.
So yeah, tough situation if you get the bunt, which we're just hearing some fans talking about it, but then you just get that thing back to home. As we see the bunt attempt again. Now if you get this one down, I mean, it's just a race to home plate. You got to grab the ball and step back on home right away.
Elgoth meeting with Lance at the mound as trying to figure out what Myers will do here. Obviously, if you try to put down a bunt, you need to get it down. That's a foul ball. You're out.
And you really
that's what they'll try to do.
I mean, you're throwing your money that Henry's faster than the pitcher, which obviously, or the catcher, is a lot closer. So if you get that ball bunted down into catcher's range, that's going to be a tough one for Henry to beat. But if you can get that ball far enough out to where you're forcing the pitcher to extend out and Lance maybe to down that first baseline, then you're looking at a good opportunity.
1-2 to Meyer, gets him swinging. Out one, big pitch by Lance. Excuse me, out number 2. So big opportunity for Ty Martinson here. With the bases loaded, tied 3-3.
The pressure has got to be feeling huge right now on Joe Lance. He just needs to find a way himself to pitch out of this inning.
Martinson pops this one up. This one will go out of play.
And unless they were able to front flip or levitate over the fence, they weren't going to be able to get to that one. And that'll mark strike one. A good cut, though, for Martinson. If he can get on top of it a little better, that could have been a huge hit.
0-1 to Martinson, 2 down. That goes in for strike 2.
So now Martinson with the pressure. 2 strikes on the board. He's got to find a way to answer here at the plate.
Just missing the outside corner. You heard some of the David City fans thought it was good enough. 1-2 to Martinson.
And it looked like a good pitch. I was waiting to see if he was going to throw the hand.
Opposite field, this one trailing to right field. And backtracking with the catch. is Dustin Papa as David City gets out of a jam. 3 runners left on base for Albion. We're tied up 3-3 still, heading to the bottom of the 6th.